Hey, what's up friends? The newest update for 7 Days to Die has dropped, being Alpha 20.4. There are some changes under the hood and to the UI that you need to be aware of, and if you've actually run the latest version, you might have seen of some of that already. If you are a server owner especially, but even for playing single player, I definitely urge you to make a backup of your world saves. I will leave a link in the description to a video for how to do that. This seems to be especially important for the latest version, as right after it dropped, I was having people pinging me with a lot of problems, ranging from having disconnects through inability to load into games to the loss of whole worlds. I'm not really sure what the issues are, but it's rare that I get this many comments highlighting problems with the new version. So take a backup, be safe, avoid raging. There are two things that you will notice mainly. The first is if you're playing multiplayer. For instance, normally you're going to join a game here and you would see, well, all the servers, you'd be able to join IP. You can't do that. There were additional options here, you know, password protect and stuff like that, and they've changed how the search is, but you can't connect to an IP without actually doing a search. And that threw me because, well, I wanted to connect to my own server and I'm like, where's the IP connect? So you have to do a search, just even if it's empty, and then do the regular connect to IP. To me, it's a little bit weird. It's almost as if they decided they needed to do some updating here, but decided to not implementing it properly and just sort of stick it in there ahead of the regular server browser. I mean, it doesn't break anything, but it's just a really odd approach to have it that way. The second part is related to mods. Now, mods, log files, screenshots, etc. will be moved, so they will be stored in the user data folder, which on Windows is under app data. And this is different than how it's being done currently. It's important because it means everything goes into app data. Presumably this was done to enable cross-storefront integration with the Xbox, PC, Microsoft Game Store, and for future console integration where user data normally needs to be kept separate from the program data. The only big problem here is related to mods. Fortunately, as they highlight, that it will do it from mods are loaded from user data folder, blah blah, and in addition to the game folder /mods, which is what's happening currently. They do, however, mention that in future builds, this will change to only load from the new location. So to be really clear, it is dual loading right now. It doesn't remove the usual mod folder location, but in future build, this will change. It has caused a fair bit of discussion as to whether this is the best location, as it will cause issues for multi-mod pack installs due to having only one location. For instance, if I have my vanilla, it will load it from app data /mods, and if I also have a mod pack installed, let's say I'm playing Sorcery or Darkness Falls, it will also load from the exact same location. So I can't have two different installs right now in an easy way. Hopefully this can be resolved together with the modding community prior to becoming final, such as maybe having a fully configurable in the game install folder so that mod packs can have control over where the mods are located. Just allow the mod to specify the path to the mod folder. Beyond this, there are some minor AI tweaks, as you know, the zombie attacks and path generation, canceling on new path, etc, etc. I mean, they will always be making these small changes, and it's maybe made for some optimization purposes. There are of course fixes all over, you know, beyond these changes, fixes, and that's always good. Having better error handling and so forth is helpful. Overall, the only reason I can see for this patch is for Xbox Game Store compatibility, which they launched a couple of days ago. It's pretty much got nothing to do with the player because there's really nothing here that really helps. And in light of the big issues people have reported, I'm not entirely convinced it was really wise to push this update out. While I always love to have updates, my firm opinion is that any game pushing updates need to either 1. Be hotfixes for critical issues such as crashes, or 2. Feature additions that are sizable and worthwhile for the players, or 3. Maybe just simply held on and waited for the next major update where they can be consolidated and pushed in one go. Updates cause issues for everyone, so they really have to be worthwhile before they're pushed out. Saves can get corrupted, server owners need to worry about updating and testing, mod creators need to retest and fix issues in their mod packs. Maybe this update was critical to launching on the Xbox Xbox store, in which case, all right. But the FunPimp should have simply said as much if that was really the case. A simple line saying, hey, we had to make this change because otherwise we cannot launch with the Xbox Game Store. If it wasn't critical, stop issuing updates and just leave them for Alpha 21, especially as you can see, majority of the team is heavy at work on Alpha 21, which is what they said. Let people be working on 21. But what do you think? Do you want more of these small bug fix tweak patches for Alpha 20, or should they just hold off until Alpha 21? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the Vedui community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.